Hi, my name's John. Welcome to another Vevor tool review. This time I'm going to be reviewing a set of metal rollers or rolling slips that for making sheet metal into tubes. Simple as that, that's exactly what they are. I want to make one or two things perfectly clear before we get into the review. I don't work for Vevor. Vevor don't pay me to do this review. What I do get is to keep the product after I've reviewed it, which is ideal because I need one of these. What you see is what you get. If it's shite, I'll just say it's shite. There's no bullshit here. What you see is exactly the way it's going to be. I did a job for the church actually a couple of weeks ago, and I had to roll some hoops out of 2mm steel. It was I think 40mm wide, and they were like big diameter hoops. And I went and borrowed my friend's slip rolls and did them on that. And I thought, well, John, you can make a set. Then I thought, well, Vevor might do them, and Vevor do these. I think they're 90 quid. I thought, well, I'll get a set of them, and I'm going to be rolling thicker material than they recommend. It's recommended for 1mm. And if I break them, I'll beat them up and make them stronger. So I'm going to give them a go and see what they will, not to break them, just to see if they'll do the job I want them to do. It comes basically assembled. You need to put those two screws in, and you need to put those two things in there. There's a handle you need to assemble and put together. It's not really rocket science. First impressions are, this is like at least half-inch plate, and that's thicker. It's very, very strong. The rollers are ground, they've got a good finish on them. I'm quite impressed. It's mounted on that part there. You put it into a vise, simple enough. So we'll mount it up and I'll show you how it works and how you set it up, and we'll have a go at rolling some metal of varying thicknesses. It's designed to roll 1mm mild steel or its full width, or thicker aluminium. It's also got some little grooves in there so it can roll solid bar. The way it works is very simple. They've worked exactly the same way for a lot of years. You turn the handle. These two rollers are joined together by gears in there. We'll have a look on there a little bit later. That pulls the sheet in. The sheet comes through and there's a roller at the back. You jack that roller up like that, and that puts the curve into the piece of material. So basically you set up the distance between those two to grip your metal. There's a bit of 1.2mm mild steel. So we'll put it in, turn them to the sort of gripping. That's it there. We'll back this roller right off. And that's how it works. It goes through there, hits the rollers, and then that back roll gets jacked up. Starting to move there. Depending on the thickness of metal, how much you can get away with. Increasing the amount of roll each time. It's easy to put it through once or twice in different directions. You can also roll a cone by only adjusting one side. I'm putting very little effort into there and it's making a decent job. So these two rollers pull it in, and that roller there, using those two controls, you push it further up, and that's what gives you the curve on the metal. Right, so that's 1.2mm mild steel, no problem at all. If you've rolled your metal into a tube, the length of that, and a little bit bigger diameter than that, to get it out, you simply loosen off the adjusters. The roller comes out like that, and you can slide your tube out. Those are little bushes on the end. They're a slack fit, but they don't need to be anything other than a slack fit for what we're doing. That's what I was rolling the other week. That's 2mm mild steel, which is twice what it's supposed to roll, but it's just thin. It's just a narrow strip. And I was bending, I think, about 18-inch circles, and this is going to do the job, no problem at all. Got a bit of 1.2mm stainless here. We'll try it on the stainless. So we're going to adjust the rolls until it grips on the stainless, ready to drive it through. We'll back the bottom roller off. As long as you take your time and don't take big bites, it's doing the job quite nicely. Have a little look inside of here and see what the gears are like. Steel gears. Appears to make sure all these bolts have been tightened up properly. I think if anything gave any problem, it would be the gears would strip. But basically for 96 quid, I think you're getting an awful lot. I'll put a little bit of grease on them before I put it back together. Right, John, you're a messy bastard, you're. Right. It's obviously got a garter there, so you don't get a little pinky stuck in there. You don't want your finger going in there because it's going to hurt. I'm sure you'll agree it does exactly what it's supposed to do. It turns flat plate or flat bar into tubes or hoops. Would I buy one? Definitely. I couldn't buy the material for what they're selling these for to make one. If you decide to get one of these, there's a link in the description box to these. They do a bigger one, they do a combined guillotine folder and one of these. There's also a discount code. I hope you enjoyed watching the video as much as I've enjoyed making it. Anyway, thanks for watching and please don't forget to subscribe.